Most common stereotype with black people in the UK. It's different for me because I can understand that being black isn't monolithic. And it's like, when you're black, you can't just use black as some type of umbrella term to kind of characterize how someone is. But then in the UK, they can try and say it's obviously not a racist country, but when you kind of think about what makes Britain what it is, it's through colonialism and British imperialism. So to them, as much as they don't want to subconsciously, we kind of always will be what they made us in their own eyes. I don't know how to really answer that question because I am black. It would take a white person to be able to look deep to be able to answer what it means to be black for them in the UK and that kind of.
You've never come across any stereotypes people have?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, you're like a roadman. You're like a gangster. Yeah, you know, we're loud and we're boisterous. And
how do you deal with those stereotypes?
I just ignore them. Yeah, and I just bear them and I just continue to be.
They don't define you, do they?
Nah, not necessarily. Yeah.
What's the most common stereotype of black people in the UK and how do you deal with it?
So again, as a small business owner, I found that some people just don't take you seriously. I don't know why really, but probably because there's also, you know, the side of being black, so they feel like you're not going to be up to par with them. So I find it quite difficult to sort of make them understand that I'm just as good. You know, yeah.
In what ways do you feel that you haven't been taken seriously as a black business owner in the UK?
I've just had quite a few little comments from people from other cultures where maybe they felt like, oh wow, like you're very smart, or oh, you know a lot about this, or and it kind of made me feel like, oh, like why would you say that, right? It's just weird little comments, like kind of like microaggression, I guess. Yeah.
What's the most common stereotype about black people in the UK?
Lying. They just think we lie a lot. That's the truth, really. It was funny. I used to work somewhere one time, and when I just moved back to like last couple of years ago, in my early days of my careers, when I just moved back, and when you were talking, they tried to want to, you know, put through like a very rigorous state with you, like just to be sure you're saying the truth, like where you've worked, you've actually worked there, like especially your venting process. Even at work, when you say, for example, when you get reported by your colleague at work, if you're white, they overlook it, like you get your white privileges, and then when you cry, that's fine. But even as a black person, even when you're saying the truth, they just think that you're lying. There's something about that's not truth about what you're saying, and it might just be that you're actually being very honest, but because there's a stereotype about I think the line is just really different, that they just see us like we're not honest, and that's not fair. That's not everyone is a liar, and we don't even lie like other countries, trust me.
And how do you deal with that?
I try not to be agitated because that's what they're actually looking for. They want to provoke you to the point where you're the angry one, and then they're like, oh, tase her, like hold her down, she's actually moving mad. So what I try to, I keep her calm. I make sure I provide all evidence. I document all evidence, especially at work, including the timing. As at 10:45, you said this to me, and you'll be wondering, so you were keeping tabs? Yeah, of course I'm keeping tabs. As a black girl, I ain't got what you got. So I just make sure there's a lot of evidence to back it up, everything that you said. And if you permit me, I'll record your conversations, and until the court asks for it, I will give that recording. So I just always make sure that I've got my back all the time. I ain't got friends at work or wherever it is. You're my friend, we'll chat together, but it ends there. So when matters arise, I'm always having my back 100.
That's a sensible approach to take. But it's annoying that you have to do that. Yeah, but it's the reality of the situation sometimes. What's the most common stereotype about black people in the UK, and how have you dealt with it?
That is a great question. So I'm a software developer, and I think when I tell people that, people are often surprised because when they think of a software developer, they don't envisage someone that looks like me. And I think, unfortunately, the common stereotype is often quite negative towards black people. And people, you know, we have unconscious bias with everything, right? We see someone who maybe is sleeping rough, we have they've done it to themselves, you know, it's their fault. But, you know, you have a conversation with them, you hear about their story and their life, you might understand that, you know, their situation was through a whole host of reasons. And I think it's unfortunate that the stereotype towards black people is negative, but I think it is changing. Change is slow, change takes a long time, but I think it's all about having these open conversations. And I think, to be honest, when we really think about stereotypes, it's about, you know, it comes from so many different places. It comes from the media, it comes from the people that we surround ourselves with, our family, what we consume. So it's just about having a conversation. You know, we're all people, we're social creatures. You know, you don't know about someone's background, why not have a conversation? You know, we're having a conversation right now, loads of people walking past us, why not have a conversation and kind of break down those barriers and really kind of change the way we think.
Hi everyone, my name is Korede, and I'm embarking on an exciting challenge going from 1,000 subscribers to 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. I need your help to achieve this. I am a YouTuber, I make great exciting videos, traveling, asking people about hot topics. You can check out my videos, subscribe, follow, share and like. Let's hit this target of 10,000 subscribers in 1 month. Together we can do this. Let the internet unite and let's make this happen.